Hi guys, Linda here from Gunnut Lane Wearable Art. Today we're going to be making an earring. I'm going to try and make it a really quick one, keep it under 30 minutes for you so you don't get bored and go somewhere else because it's a really pretty earring and I think you'll all love it. And as I said, it's quick and easy. This is the earring that we're going to be making today. It's not a very long dangly one, but has to have a dangle on it, you know me. So I'll just lay it down there for you to have a look at. Yep, so that's the earring. So as you can see here, we don't need very many supplies. Also using a component that most of you will probably have at home in your stash that you can use, and that's a chandelier component. It's just got the 3 rings on the bottom of it and the one at the top for the ear wire. So we'll get started. We've got some 15 O's here in the pumpkin colour. I've got some 11 O's here in a blue. Obviously, you choose whatever colour you like. I've got some 8 O's here in the blue. I think that's Montana blue. I've got some Rizzo beads here in a paler blue. I've got 3 of the pumpkin in a 6O and 1 of the Montana in a blue, and a teardrop which has a hole running through from top to bottom, and an ear wire. All right, let's get started. So I've got my thread. I'm using a 6-pound thread with a 12 needle. I've got it just tied on with a square knot here to the end of the first ring, just there like that. So we're going to pick up 2 of the, just let me check here. Yes, 2 of the the 8 O's. Yeah, the 8 O's. And we're just going to go down through that first ring. Picking up another 2 and down through that next ring. So it should be looking like that. Just move my camera down a little bit. Hopefully that will keep me on camera. Hopefully. Okay, oh sorry, that one's not down, that one's up. The last one. Just undo that. Come up from the back, coming through that hole. Okay, from here we're going to, no, it was the other way around. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, get myself all confused again. Okay, down through it. And we're coming up through this hole here. If you can see there, come through there. Knew I'd get it right eventually. Pick up 2 of the Rizzo beads. Bring those down to your work. Excuse me. And then just go through, back through that hole again, the same hole that you came up through. I'm just getting those to sit inside that little gap there. They don't have to sit perfectly yet, so don't worry about it. Okay, then we're going to come up through this next hole here in the top. So hopefully you've got something similar to my chandelier here. From here we're going to pick up a 6O and an 8O. Sorry, an 11O. Bring those down to the work. Back through the 6O. Don't go through the 11O, just the 6O. That's going to be a little bit loose to start with, same as these guys here, but don't worry, we'll tighten up when we go along. So then just come up through the next gap can see there. Picking up the last 2 Rizzo beads, bringing them down to the work. And going back through that same hole that we came up through. You can see there. Okay, from here we're going to come, just let me check my earring here for a second. Yep, from here we're going to come back up through that first ring there. Oops. We're going to pick up an 8/0 and peyote through the second one. Pass down through the ring. Oh, I just unthreaded my needle. Sorry. Wait, I'll just thread it back up. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. I've got my needle threaded back up again. Okay, so now I've come down through that ring in the center. Going to pick up another 8/0. Peyote through your first bead. Pick up another bead. I'm going to come up through that last ring. Okay, from here we're going to pick up just however many it takes to reach across from here to the edge of your chandelier here, that hole that we went down through. So I'll just have a quick look and see if I can tell you how many. It'll probably be different depending on what size chandelier you're using. So I think I've got 1, 2, 3, about 5 it takes for me anyway. And we're going to go through those Rizzo beads. And back down through that same hole in the chandelier. So just passing through to the back of it. I'm sorry, I was right off camera then. Okay. Excuse me. Back up through the hole there in your chandelier. Back up through the 6/0. Just got that looped there. Okay, that's right. Oh, is it right? Yep. Through your 11/0 and back down through your 6/0 and through the back of the chandelier. You can fool around with this 11/0 here and get him to sit up if you want it to. Okay, back up through the next hole in the chandelier where we placed our Rizzos. Through the Rizzos. Adding on some of our 15/0s. If you don't have it exactly the same or similar chandelier to what I've got. This will still give you an idea of what you can do with whatever type of chandelier you have. Back down through that ring in the chandelier. And from here we're going to pick up an 8/0, go through, like that. And from here, oh, actually, yes, that's right. And pass through the next 8/0 as well, sorry. Pick up your 6/0 in the pumpkin, or whatever colour you're using. So it's sitting right off camera again. Sorry, guys. So it should look like that. Pick up an 8/0, pass through that next 8/0. And come up through the chandelier ring there. Now we're just going to peyote up this line of 15/0s. So missing one, going through one, or through the next one. Miss one, go through one. Pick up one last one. And pass through the Rizzo beads again. Okay, back down through that chandelier bead, chandelier, coming out the back. Back up through your 6/0. I'm just making sure this is nice and firm. There you go. Through that 11/0. Down through your 6/0 again and out the back of your chandelier. Then come up through the hole in the chandelier again, next to your Rizzo beads. So through that back hole there, through the Rizzo beads, and then peyote through your 15/0s again. And one last one. Passing not through a bead, down through the ring in the chandelier. Okay, I'm just going to refer to my one here. Okay, okay. Down through the first 8/0. Picking up one more 8/0. No, sorry. Through the next 8/0. Picking up an 8/0. Passing through the 6/0. That's better. Through the next 8/0. Coming up through that 8/0 there. Okay, I'm just going to stop here for a minute and see what else I did here. Okay, back. So we're coming out of that last 8/0 there. I'm going to pick up an 11/0 in the blue. We're going to pass up through the ring in the chandelier only. Don't go through any of the beads. Just have to wiggle around a little bit to get it to come up, not coming through any beads. Okay, that's right. Pass back down through that 11/0 and yes, the 11/0 only. Sorry, I'm just checking again. To the 11/0 and the next 8/0, sorry, there we go. Picking up an 8/0, skipping that 8/0 and going through the next 8/0. Passing through the 6/0, the pumpkin coloured 6/0. And through the 8/0. Picking up an 8/0 in the blue and passing through the last 8/0 there on the end. So it should be looking like that. Okay, we're going to pick up an 11/0, pass up through that last ring on your chandelier, not going through any beads. Passing back down through that 11/0, the next 8/0. If you can get through the next 8/0 as well, go through that, but if you can't, just go through the 11/0 and the 8/0. Through that 8/0. And the next one. So you're coming out of that 8/0 just before your pumpkin coloured, or whatever colour yours is, 6/0 there. Then we're going to pick up, just let me count here, how many? 1, 2, 3. 3 of the 11/0s in the, the 15/0s in the pumpkin. Bring those down to your work. Just like that. Then we're going to pick up our, our 6/0 in the blue. And then our drop a 15-0 in the pumpkin, back up through your drop the 6-0, just pulling that all up nice, picking up 3 more of your 15-0s in the pumpkin, they're jumping all over the place, and coming up and out of your 8-0 there next to the pumpkin bead. Okay, from here, going to pass through the next 8-0, and then just going up to the 8-0 above it and down through the one next to it, if you can do it in one go. We're just weaving our way back to this center ring here. Okay, now I'm going to go down behind the work between the bead and the ring there, if you can see that. Come up through the ring in the center. Pick up a 6-0 in the pumpkin, bring it down to the work. Picking up a 11-0 in the blue, passing back down through the pumpkin and the ring coming out of the back. Passing back up through that ring again in the chandelier, and the 6-0 if you can make it through in one go. Back down through your 11-0 and the 6-0 and back through the ring in the chandelier. Oh, and I popped them off. Oh, goodness. All right, coming back up through that ring. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Picking up the 6-0, 11-0. Down through the 6-0, out the back of the chandelier. I'll just turn it over so I'll make sure I don't go through it again. Hopefully that's right this time. Back up through the 6-0. Through the 11-0. What am I doing wrong here? My goodness. It didn't happen on the other one. Just one of those days. Alright, I'm just going to pass through that once for now so I don't go too long with this video. It might stay firm enough if I just weave through some beads. Okay. So I'm going to come down through the 6-0. Just trying to hide that thread as much as possible. And then just coming through some beads. I'm going to do a half hitch knot here, only because there's not that many beads to weave through on this particular earring. Pass through a couple more to hide that knot. Yeah, I'll just finish that bit off a little when I'm finished this video. So from here we're just going to add on our ear wire. Oh, didn't open that up wide enough. Close that back up again. Okay, so not paying attention to that thread hanging off. And what I did here, see how these rizzos are not sitting up nicely like they are on this one here. So I just popped it, got a toothpick and popped a tiny little dab of glue on the back of each of the rizzo beads, and then just made them sit in place, held them down for a few seconds on each side, and then just let them sit overnight, and they're nice and firm. Now they're not going anywhere. So anyway, that's our pair of quick and easy, and I think beautiful earrings. I was very surprised how nice they turned out. Well, not, I shouldn't say very surprised, but very happy with the way they turned out, because it's a lot quicker project than what I would normally do. But if you just wanted something quick and easy to make and very pretty, these are the earrings for you. All right, everybody, that's it for me. So please like and subscribe. Ring the bell when you subscribe so you get notifications of when I put out new videos. And yeah, that's about it for me. Everyone have a good one. See you later, guys. Bye.